We've got more breaking news right here on Steelers Talk as Omar Khan has signed veteran safety Eric Rowe to the practice squad after making a move to sign Myles Jack earlier in the day. I'm going to break down this signing and what it means for the Steelers moving into Week 12 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm also going to tell you which move I like better today from the Steelers. But first, make sure you click that subscribe button because this is why you subscribe to Steelers Talk right here. The breaking news action. Every time something happens for the Pittsburgh Steelers, we are going to have you covered with a video. So if you want breaking news updates, not only during the season, but during the offseason as well, we're going to have a bunch of these kinds of videos in the coming months. So do me a favor, click that subscribe button right now. Now, this move comes after the Steelers placed Keanu Neal on the IR with a rib injury before the Week 11 matchup versus the Cleveland Browns, which means he'll miss at least the next 3 games. So Keanu plays a very specific role in the Steelers defense where he kind of plays that hybrid linebacker / strong safety role in this defense. And losing him is a big blow to the Steelers defense. He might not be the most dynamic talent here from Mike Tomlin, but it's definitely his presence is definitely going to be missed. Let's put it that way. And now you address this need by going out and getting Eric Rowe, who's a very versatile safety, kind of a bigger guy, 6'1", over 200 pounds. So he's kind of a bigger safety, can also play that hybrid linebacker role in the box, but then he can also play out on the slot as well. So he has that versatility if the Steelers want to use him in that way. He's a player that you can use on a lot of disguises and all these different things. And he's been a veteran that's been in the league since 2015. He has 56 career starts, and his most recent season here in Miami, his Pro Football Focus grade was 57.3. And, I really do think that this is a signing that is something that's going to kind of be a safety blanket in case Minkah Fitzpatrick isn't able to go in Week 12. We'll talk about Minkah and his status here in just a little bit. But this wasn't the only signing that the Steelers made today. They also brought back Myles Jack, signing him to the practice squad pending a physical. I do want to make that little caveat there, but we made a video for that earlier today. So if you want to check that out and my thoughts on the Myles Jack signing, you can click the link in the comments and description and watch that video after you get done with this one. All right, so now it's red pen time down there in the comment section, people. Grade this signing of Eric Rowe. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F, and this is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So when you get a second here, go down in the comment section, find that pinned comment, and grade this signing of safety Eric Rowe. So now we got the stats here from 2022. Eric Rowe's most recent team that he's played in the regular season for was the Miami Dolphins. Last year, have played in 14 games, started 6 of them, 56 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 pass breakups. Didn't have a really good season last year for Miami. That's why they let him go. He was on the Panthers preseason roster this year. He ended up getting cut. He has not been signed since. So you look at the recent career stats, though. He's had some pretty decent seasons in the National Football League. 2020, 2019 was really his time to really show himself. He was a starter for them for multiple years, going back to the Brian Flores years back there in Miami. So he's somebody that's played a lot of football in the National Football League. I mean, if they end up elevating him to the active roster and they play him even this week against the Bengals, he's not going to be out of place on an NFL field here. So it's definitely an interesting signing. Coming up here, I got my take on this signing. I'm going to let you know what I think their plan is for Rowe heading into this week and whether or not he might play against the Cincinnati Bengals here in Week 12. But first, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, which is Odds Are. Go to oddsr.com/NFL Daily. Use that link for a 30-day free trial. What Odds Are is that if you've ever wished that you could navigate the betting field with the confidence of a pro, then Odds Are is going to be perfect for you. They're not a sports book, but they're a sports betting advisor you've always needed. It's like having a playbook for smarter bets right in your pocket all the time. I've been absolutely loving the experience with Odds Are, and I think you will too, especially since Steelers Talk listeners get a 30-day free trial when you go to our link, oddsr.com/NFL Daily. So how this works, guys, is you're going to go into a matchup, and the Odds Are app is going to show you something along the lines of this here, and it's going to be a red light, yellow light, green light system, all right? So they use AI technology to tell you which bets that you should make to help you make more money. So for this example right here, you look at all the red on there, the red tabs, that means do not take that bet. The AI says the trends do not say that is a smart bet for you. The yellow one right there is one that if you feel strongly about, maybe you can end up making that bet. But these green ones right here, the ones that have the green for go, green for value, those are the ones that you absolutely must put your money on because the AI technology is telling you that the trends are saying that you absolutely need to get that done, all right? So you can elevate your game today in the sports betting field and join the smart betting revolution today. Go get it at oddsr.com/NFL Daily. That's our special link. If you use oddsr.com/NFL Daily, you can get a 30-day free trial of Odds Are today. So now my take on the Eric Rowe signing is that, it's definitely something it's definitely something to address the Minkah Fitzpatrick elephant in the room here because there's a significant chance that he's not going to be able to play against the Cincinnati Bengals here in Week 12. And if he's not on the field, you want somebody with NFL experience to be there as a safety blanket just in case you need him for this week's matchup because this week it really does feel like the season is hanging in the balance. Without Joe Burrow going to be in the lineup for the Cincinnati Bengals. So you look at the safety depth chart right now. Of course, regularly you have Minkah Fitzpatrick playing at free safety, and then you have Damontae Kazee and Keanu Neal rotating between strong safety and rotating these guys around, right? And then you would typically have Elijah Riley, Myles as your backups, Trenton Thompson as well. But now Keanu Neal is on the IR for the next 3 weeks. Minkah Fitzpatrick's been out the last several weeks with a hamstring issue. Elijah Riley ended up getting hurt this past weekend, and now this is what you're left with here with this new signing. You have Damontae Kazee, full-time free safety with Minkah out. Trenton Thompson, I actually thought he played a pretty decent game yesterday against the Cleveland Browns. I kind of want to see him continue to get the starting job at strong safety, even with this signing of Eric Rowe. But you still have Myles and Eric Rowe as kind of your backups right now in case one of these guys ends up getting hurt against the Cincinnati Bengals. But, although Trenton Thompson I thought had a pretty decent game this past week, and Damontae Kazee is a starter in this league in my opinion, the Steelers really do want Minkah Fitzpatrick back with as bad as the offense has been. And as Steelers fans, we know how bad Matt Canada and Kenny Pickett have been so far this year. You need all hands on deck on the defensive side of the ball. This defense has done a really good job keeping opponents to under 20 points per game. They're top 5 in turnovers right now with 19, and Minkah Fitzpatrick is a big part of their defensive success. I think it's going to be really, really important to get this guy back healthy because the pass rush is really good, right? You got TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Keanu Benton's playing his butt off. Cam Hayward's awesome. Larry Ogunjobi's also a nice piece. And then in the secondary, Joey Porter Jr. is really playing well outside, playing in press coverage. Amari Cooper got him a couple times yesterday, but Minkah Fitzpatrick in the middle of this defense really plays a significant role to F stuff up for the opposing offense. And once you get him back, I think that this defense goes to even another level here. And if the Steelers want to make the playoffs and have any sort of success down the home stretch here, I really think it's going to have to come down to the defense, and Minkah Fitzpatrick needs to get back healthy. Now, with the two signings that the Steelers have made today to the P Squad, which one is the better signing in your opinion? Is it Myles Jack or is it Eric Rowe? Type MJ or Eric or ER for Eric Rowe. Let me know what you guys think. For me personally, I'm going to go with Eric Rowe because I think he has a better chance to play. On the inside linebacker situation right now, I'm not too sure I believe in Myles Jack. I think he's completely washed, whereas Eric Rowe is somebody that just played last year. So I know Myles Jack played last year as well, but I think Rowe is somebody that could actually step on an NFL field and play pretty decently, whereas I don't have that same confidence in Myles Jack, who has been retired for the first 11 weeks of the NFL season so far. So make sure you turn on notifications. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and make sure you go give me a follow at Jack_Sperry. I'm going to be putting putting my Steelers film study stuff up there. So I'm going to be putting all 22 clips on there, letting you guys know what I think about the Steelers all 22 from this past weekend's game against the Cleveland Browns. So if you want to learn more about football, you want to learn more about the Steelers and what they want to do schematically, and then also put a little bit of evidence to what I say here on the channel, you can check that out right now at Jack_Sperry.